Welcome back, cruise family. Here we're bringing you another ship tour, and today we're on Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas, an amazing Oasis class ship. You see, we got a lot of fun stuff in this ship. You just saw someone come over on a zip line. We have a 9-hole miniature golf course here to your right. And this might be a little bit longer of a video because there is just so much to do, and if I miss something, I apologize in advance. See, this ship here is so big, we got these balconies that look into the interior, over the boardwalk area. And as we go towards midship, we'll have more of these same balconies, but they're looking over into Central Park. And we'll get to that area a little bit later. It's one of my favorite places on the ship. To the left here, you have the entrance to the zip line, where they get you all strapped up, go over some of the rules, ready to send you out over the top of the boardwalk. This is one of the 2 Flow Rider surf simulators, and this one here is reserved for the stand-up surfers only. Starting off with one of the bars, and as you see this ship here, we've got 13 of them, and off the back here is a dry slide, goes 10 stories down. Lights and noises in the tube. It's actually a lot more fun than I was expecting. And one of my favorite views on any cruise ship is just looking back at the blue ocean. I love when you get the aft balconies where you can look straight off into the rear. Here's the second of the Flow Riders. This one's for boogie boarding, learning how to surf boogie board. No barrel rolls, no flips, nothing on this. They will boot you for it, as we saw a couple people have it done. And as we go along here through this ship, I'm going to point out a bunch of things, like which of the dining places are specialty dining and will be an additional fee, which ones are complimentary. Something else I will show you is where the Coca-Cola freestyle machines are. So if you purchase a soda package, or really any of the drink packages, you will get a Royal Caribbean cup. It's got a chip in the bottom of it, and it allows it to be used at any of the Coca-Cola freestyle machines throughout the ship. Now there's not a ton of them, which is why I will point them out as we go through. And I mention it now because the first one's coming up right in here in El Loco Fresh, where they've got tacos, burritos, and Mexican style food. And you see the quick Coca-Cola freestyle just blurred over there at the top. Now this one didn't work for a couple days on our cruise. As you see, it's having some issues. We can't really push anything. A lot of the stuff says it's out. And I noticed this a little bit earlier in the day. It just wasn't working. So we gave up here pretty quickly. You will see that red message come up on the screen every so often. It just says you might need a different cup. Ignore it. It'll go away within a few seconds. That is as long as your cup is valid. And as we get through the other side here of El Loco Fresh, if you have kids, this is going to be a spot that you're going to see. You're going to want to know where it's at. So you can either tell your kids to go there or hide their eyes as you walk by. There's one on this side and on the other side, and that is the soft serve ice cream machine. Also right on the other side of that, through that doorway to the left, is the arcade. So if you get your kids stuck in that spot, you might be hanging out there for a while. Something else pretty neat that was in that little vestibule there too was they have charging stations for free. Leave your phone there, charge it up, it's put in a secured door. Any medical needs, feminine products, band-aids, anything like that's in the vending machine there as well. Splashaway Bay, just a nice little kids area. They have a section there for toddlers and then for a little bit older children, and this is for children only. That is one nice thing about this ship, is they did have some children only areas and adult only areas as well. You don't really see that on every cruise line, so it was nice to have that little bit of separation. As we come up on the left here, you see another one of the bars. This is the Sandbar, centrally located between the Kids Splashaway Bay and the beach pool that you see coming up here. But first, here's where you're going to get your towels. Tap your key card, sign out your towels, bring them back whenever you're done. There's one here and on the other side there too. This one on this side seemed to be open more than the other side, so it seems like they use that one as the primary station. And this is where you look over the beach pool area here, and to the left there is a hot tub or whirlpool. And if you do plan to spend some time out here, you will have people come up here 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, save chairs. Even though they say it's not allowed, expect it to happen. So if you need a chair, you might want to get out there pretty early in the morning. We have 3 water slides on this ship here. They call this the perfect storm. Child's favorite, they call it the toilet bowl slide. You go down and go around the toilet bowl once. Kids might not make it all the way around. Some little bit older kids might not make it far enough, so you have to scoot your way up there to get out. And we'll get back up here to deck 16. If you need a chair, you just want to lay out in the sun, this is probably where you'll find it. They have a lot of casitas that you can rent around in this area. And they basically just go all around the top level of the pool deck here. And as you see, there are plenty of chairs, but not plenty of shade. So if you like the sun, deck 16's for you. If not, you're gonna have to go fight the crowds down there on 15 or purchase one of those casitas, but they can get pretty expensive as well. And the pricing is dynamic, so depending on what availability is left will depend on what the price is. And a little bit later in this video, we're going to take you around this deck here at night. This place is transformed with some really neat bright LED lights at night, and it just completely whole different vibe at night. If you haven't been on one of these Oasis class ships yet, or the even bigger Icon class ships from Royal Caribbean, these are truly floating cities. These holes split into 2 sides. Some of the other bigger ships, you can just take out that whole middle section and crunch it together, and that's about the width of the ship. But these ships are just a whole nother level. And you see down there, we're looking down into that Central Park area I was telling you about. You can't really see it really well from up here, but again, we'll take you down there a little bit later in this video and show you what Central Park is all about. If you're an engineer, this is a thing of beauty. You can just sit here and look at all the curves on this ship. There's not really any straight up and downs. It was kind of neat just to sit there and enjoy the engineering and how this ship was built.
I'll be a little bit wet.
There's another bar there in the corner. It's called the Mast Bar. If you want to get on one of these Oasis class ships, there are some great deals right now. At this time, this is right after Carnival just changed their loyalty program, made it a rewards program. So give us a call. I can guarantee you the best rates on not just Royal Caribbean, but any cruise line out there. Give me a call, 980-224-2207. If you're out there on Facebook or Instagram, you can find me there as well. On Facebook, Josh, your travel agent. You can find me on cruises always wearing my white fedora, or on Instagram at vacation spot travel. We'll get another look here from this side of the perfect storm. The yellow and the blue sides, they just kind of twist around a bunch of times and then land down at the bottom. Not quite as fast as the other ones, but the other one and one of those slides, I believe it was the blue one, have some clear sections, and it's pretty neat to go through a clear section and look down as you're riding the waves through the slide. Alright, so we spoke a little bit about the adults only area when we were passing by Splashaway Bay. So as we get up here, we are going to pass one of the larger whirlpools. Now it's not adults only, but they do say they are for 14 years of age and older, and they can accommodate up to 32 guests. There's a few TVs around up there. It's a really neat spot to hang out at night and watch a game if you can catch one. So now in this area, this is a solarium at the front of the ship. This is adults only, 18 and over. You're going to have your own towel hut. It's a little bit warmer in here too. You do have all those natural plants and vegetation and the glass panels above you. In this solarium, it is a little bit warmer. A couple hot tubs and a little bit bigger pool here in the middle. Some really neat artwork over the bar here too. As you see to the right is the Solarium Bistro, which is a Mediterranean restaurant. We will show you that a little bit later in this video as well. We're going to go down one level here to 14 in the front, and on both sides you can go out over on top of the bridge, and there's a set of binoculars out there, and it's a pretty neat spot to go while you're coming into port. And we'll take a step out there, and not much out there at this time, but a bunch of blue ocean. Alright, we're going to take a step back inside here now and go back towards that pool in the front and head back up onto deck 15 and back out of the adults only section here. Take a look here first at the front of this pool with the glass front. And it's got a neat little waterfall that goes over on the front edge there too. Alright, step back up here towards the solarium bar. And we'll walk out towards the other side. And I'll show you here some other amenities that we may or may not have seen yet. All aboard Symphony of the Seas. Alright, straight out these doors now. We are now back into the main area of deck 15, which has another large whirlpool on this side with some TVs around it. And back around to the Perfect Storm water slides. I must say the layout of this ship, for being so large, was actually pretty easy to navigate. Now I do say that because I do watch a lot of these ship tour videos before we go on any ship. I'm pretty well organized and pretty good with directions. So I'm always the one that is basically picked out in our family to lead the way. Although my son always wants to lead the way, he's got no clue where he's going. And I could just let my wife wander forever and probably never see her again. But some may say it's a good thing, some may say it's a bad thing, but you be the judge of that one. And to our left here is another one of the main pools. Before we come back up onto the sports pool, which we'll see coming up here. They do a lot of sport events there. Lots of volleyball goes on throughout the day. And I guess they must have planned for it, because they do have a big net up on the one side too. I can only imagine a volleyball taking off and screaming down 6 or 8 decks down there to Central Park. And from here on, all the way down past this pool and to the elevators is all a dedicated smoking area. There are only 2 smoking areas in the ship. This is one of them, and the other one is in half of the main casino down on deck 4. Just be aware that if you are a cigar smoker, there is no cigar smoking in the casino. It may only be done on this deck right here. And there's a look over at the sports pool, and through those doors there is going to be your aft elevators and up to the Windjammer Buffet on deck 16. Have your Patty's 5-star dive center here. If you are a diver, you can go book a dive tour right there in that dive center. And as mentioned before, this is the other soft serve ice cream on the other side. It's directly across from the one we saw before. And now here we are 18 minutes into a video, and we've finally got around the top deck of this massive ship, the Symphony of the Seas. So stick along with us and come on down to deck 4, 5, and 6 with us now. We actually went one more down here to 3. Not a whole bunch on this deck. It's just some offices, conference center, and we can go back. And there are some staterooms that go down the halls of each side here. Back to deck 4. This is entertainment place neighborhood with the Royal Theater in the front of the ship and the forward elevator shaft. We'll go back between these elevators, and a few things that some of you may need to know in this area. Take those stairs up to deck 5 on the Royal Promenade. Or also down here on deck 4 is where you're going to find the attic. It is in that door there. That is where we saw comedians. They hold some shows at that venue there. And there is another door on this side. They do pretty well with hiding these things on the ship. Studio B, bunch of stuff goes on in there. They have laser tag. That was a lot of fun. There's the ice skating rink. We did do the ice skating. They have ice skating shows in there. And Casino Royale. We donated a few bucks here, but this is how we cruise so often. We get casino offers, and we pay nothing for our cruises. I mean, if they look at it, they pay us. If they give us the free play and all that, they're paying us to cruise. You want to learn how to get free cruises? Give me a call. Or send a message here. You can get me at 980-224-2207. Through those doors is the Crown Lounge. We'll have some special events for some higher tier members and suite members as well. And you saw we passed the non-smoking casino. They've got maybe 40-50 games in there, not a whole lot. It's not usually that crowded in there either. We're going up now here to Deck 5 to the Royal Promenade. This is a pretty neat place. Once you're in here, you might think you're in a mall, not a cruise ship. My kids, first time on this ship, were like, when are we going to go on the ship? And I said, guys, you are there. So this is Boleros. They'll do a bunch of events in there, trivia, stuff like that. There's a bar in there. Nice place just to go hang out when it's hot outside though too. Starbucks. As you see, we have a $ here for Starbucks. That is something that's additional. As we go through the cruise ship here, I will flash that up on the screen. If it is an additional cost for your specialty dining, I will let you know then. We can just assume that all the bars are additional cost, but we can talk about that as we go on here as well. Pretty early in the morning, we're here right now in the Royal Promenade, but during the day they will have a bunch of stuff set up here at these counters, clothes on racks, and we will see that a little bit later in the video. I come back here when things are actually going on, so you can see what it's like. Sorrento's. This is free pizza, 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day. And there is a freestyle machine in there, as you see. Copper and Kettle, pretty neat little English pub. There you see the 2 freestyle machines in Sorrento's. Who do you think has the best pizza? Carnival? Princess? Royal Caribbean? I've heard some Holland America, Virgin. Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to see who you think has the best pizza. Visit the next cruise office while you're on your cruise. Give you little discounts if you book while you're on your current cruise. And Cafe Promenade, they do have some specialty coffees, stuff like that for a fee, but they do have snacks and some wraps and stuff as well in there that are free. Here's the Rising Tide Bar. This bar you can actually go in, and every hour or so it goes up and down between the Royal Promenade here on Deck 5 and Central Park up on Deck 8. Guest services you'll see across the way, and if you look up above that, you'll see the Schooner Bar on Deck 6. This is always a hit. A lot of people standing around watching that, the Bionic Bar. If we thought robots are going to take over, here's already robots that are making our drinks. You can catch another video that I have posted here, and it's a whole thing that shows the Bionic Bar in action. We order a drink, and you can watch it make it, and how you get it delivered. Couple more shopping areas here towards the aft elevators. You can look at shore excursions here, and up above on Deck 6 there too. You'll see many times throughout the cruise here, these stairs right here will be used for pictures. You'll have a photographer up on a ladder getting some good shots of you, especially on those formal nights when you're there to dress your best. Pictures will be happening, so just watch when you're coming down. They will leave the staircase open so you can go between Deck 5 and 6, but just watching your way down, there might be somebody blocking the way. Just saw ahead of you there the Shore Excursions office. You can go and look at all the shore excursions if you don't already have them pre-planned. You have your loyalty desk and the entrance to the Schooner Bar there as well. Schooner Bar will also hold a bunch of trivia events and some of those more personal events and in the smaller space. As we walk back here between the aft elevators, we will go here onto the boardwalk area. Once we get out through these double doors, it's like you're transformed right to the Jersey Shore. As you see ahead, you've got the carousel, just like any real boardwalk should have. Some arcade games over here in the outside area, and also in at Playmakers will be more arcade games. The Boardwalk Dog House has bratwurst, sausages, classic hot dogs, some toppings, and some potato salad for the midday time around lunch. We've got another kid favorite here, Sugar Beach. That's where you can get your ice cream, load it with toppings, or just take your pick at your by the pound candy. Here's another look at the carousel. This runs for most of the day, I think 10 to 10 or 11 to 11, something like that. To your left there, a little surf shack. Pretty small store, but shirts on sale, glasses, stuff like that. And you'll here see the bottom of the Ultimate Abyss. And to the right, Playmakers Sports Bars. They got good wings, burgers for a fee, as you can see there. If you're looking to find your favorite team, you can catch it in Playmakers. Johnny Rockets is also for a fee. They've got milkshakes. You can get the milkshakes free if you do have the drink packages. And they also have free breakfast, diner style breakfast free at Johnny Rockets. If you get down that Ultimate Abyss slide, go over there, take a picture. You survived the Ultimate Abyss. And back here at the Aqua Theater, this is one of our favorite shows on any Oasis class ship. These Aqua shows are amazing with the high divers, slackliners. The high divers are up at 62 feet, and there's a tightrope up there that they will also walk at 62 feet high. We've got a rock climbing wall on each side, and a neat view there from behind the bottom of the Ultimate Abyss. And some more climbing features. And back here towards the front of the ship at Vitality at Sea, this is the fitness center, salon. You can have fitness classes here. You want massages, anything like that, you will see in Vitality. You'll also have Vitality Cafe for those healthy drinks, smoothies, protein shakes, anything like that. And we're not going to venture too far up here, again, just as a courtesy to the people that are using the spa services. But you can see what they have here, skin treatments, again, fitness classes. There is a salon here if you want to get your hair done. Pretty much anything you can get on land is here as well. And as we exit, we'll go over here past the elevators and down one level, back down to the Royal Promenade. And as I mentioned before, the last time we saw the Royal Promenade, it was early in the morning, not really a whole lot going on. So we can give you a little look here at what goes on now during the day. Here's a look at the lower level here of the Royal Theater, or sorry, not the lower level, the upper level of the Royal Theater. And again, coming in from the other side on the Royal Promenade, we have On Air Club here to our right. That's a place you want to be at night. They have a little nightclub in there. They hold some events in there as well throughout the day. back of Starbucks, and Bolero's back behind that. And now you do see they have some people at the shops here. Watches, inch of gold, t-shirts, 2 for 30, 3 for 40, any size, small, medium, large, up to 2X. And these shops here too, perfumes, beauty products. And again, Toronto's the hot spot. We take a jog here on the jogging track. This is outside on deck 5. You go up those stairs, you're going to be right behind the Aqua Theater. And we will see that here in a little bit. And those stairs you can actually take right up to go to the rock climbing walls as well. Back to my favorite view on the ship. This is kind of a hidden gem. If you don't know about this area, if you just want to go relax, read a book, you can be in the shade if you want. Nobody hangs out back here. Just take a chair and enjoy. Really neat look from behind the Aqua Theater. I'm not sure if you can get there while the shows are going on, but if you could, that would be pretty neat. And we'll continue around here a little bit. And again, just to show you, there's plenty of chairs here. And this is late afternoon, and the decks above are packed, and it's not so much here. So again, nice place to come and just read a book if you want to relax. Jog down the track here a little bit more. My son went running. Can't run anywhere else in the ship. Go, buddy, go. Run all you want. And there's those lifeboats you hope you never have to use. They look pretty cool. I see them driving them around every so often when we stop at a port, just to make sure they work and make sure they know how to use them. So that's always a good thing too. And as I said before, I do have the guaranteed best rates on all cruises, any cruise line, Royal Caribbean, Princess, Holland America, Carnival, Celebrity, Norwegian, you name it, I've got it. Give me a call, 980-224-2207. Bring your group to me, get a $500 gift card, and a bunch of other perks. Nobody can beat it. Call me now. I mentioned before, this deck 5 here on the outside is kind of a hidden gem. If you didn't come down here, you would never know that this was here. You actually board the ship on this track. But once you're on, it's just kind of forgotten. So we see up here on the right-hand side, there's some shuffleboard. Never really have to wait to play. Surprisingly, there was somebody down here, but that's it. Not many people down here. If you're one of the duck hunters, you like hunting for ducks, you will find them down here every so often too. Up to the right there on those ledges, look for the ducks. They're gonna be there often. Another thing you'd never see if you didn't come down this way is an entrance into the fitness center. We're gonna hook her right up here and go through the glass doors in the middle of the ship, and it's gonna take us up a flight of stairs right up into the fitness center. So this is kind of why we didn't go into the fitness center before. We can get a good view of it at this time, and it's not very busy right now either. Yeah, you see plenty of machines here to use. You've got your spin bikes, recumbent bikes, ellipticals, treadmills. You got some changing rooms, bathrooms back that way. And as we move back along to the other side of the gym, there's these cool little holes here you can see over into, it's just kind of like a training room where they've got some medicine balls, some dumbbells, and we'll see that room as we come back past it here in a little bit too. But here you'll see some strength training machines. Just a little sitting area. You got your stair climbers up here to the right. And you've also got an area with free weights and stuff up here too. And some more treadmills as we get to this other side. Not sure what that one bike's doing back there, but I guess I needed something to go in there. Little free weight area. And then we come up to a room over here on the left. Looks like they do some spin classes and stuff back here. Once we get past these stair climbers. And this is where they do some spin classes, so if you can sign up for those classes while you're on board, this is where you'll do those. And just past this sitting area is the room I mentioned before, where they've just got some dumbbells, medicine balls, pretty much just an area where you can kind of do whatever you'd like to do here. But for now, we're gonna go back down these stairs, go make the rest of the way around this track. As we work our way around this corner, again, we got some of those duck hiding spots. And just like on the other side, we've got another little hidden spot. But instead of shuffleboard, over on this side, we've got some table tennis or ping pong. And there goes my little buddy again. He sees a ball flying, he's gonna go for it. Thanks, little bud. All right, we're about down and around here on deck 5 on the track. So let's go up to my favorite spot there, and I'll meet you up in Central Park on deck 8. We walk to the first set of double doors here, and we see this bin. It's got some umbrellas in it. Might seem strange at first, but you'll see why as you go around. And first we've got Chop's Grill. A good little steakhouse here if you're looking to feed that appetite for steak. And this area you see here to your left, that is where the Rising Tide Bar comes up from deck 5 on the Royal Promenade. One of the nicest restaurants here on the ship, 150 Central Park. For additional fee, you can eat here. One big thing to point out here is that if you are a duck hider or hunter, it is asked that you do not put the ducks in these bushes. These are all live plants. It takes a lot of maintenance and upkeep. We do want to protect these bushes out here. You can put them anywhere in the inside areas or just around these bushes out here in Central Park, but just try to keep them out of the bushes. And here you can see some of the complimentary and specialty dining options that we've been going over here. This is just a full list of what we have here on board Symphony of the Seas. This here we're looking at the other side of Chop's Grill and the other side of where the Rising Tide bar comes up. Alright, now that we're back on our way here, we come up to the Trellis Bar. This bar is open pretty limited times, but you will see it open here every now and then. On our left here is a complimentary restaurant. It's really just kind of grab and go snacks. As you see, there is a freestyle machine in there as well. I do really like those freestyle machines because it is more than just soda. I used it to make different types of lemonades, strawberry lemonades, peach lemonades. Those mornings I woke up and I needed the Powerade, some different strawberry Powerades, stuff like that. Here we have Jamie's Italian. This is a restaurant based on Jamie Oliver, the chef you'll see on TV pretty often. That is another specialty restaurant, so it is an additional fee. And you do see a lot in this video as we've been walking around, people picking up stuff. They do keep this ship in very good shape. Here's Vintage's Wine Bar. Pretty large bar here, entrance there, and up here on the right as well. It is really neat to walk through here at night too. It's very nice and serene. Cool, they do have all irrigation through all of these plants, so they don't have to come out and water it all the time, but it is also open to the elements above. So if it rains, now we'll talk about those umbrellas that you saw before. There is an umbrella bin in front of each entrance to every place out here on Central Park. And you open the umbrella, bring it to where you need to go, place it in the bin. Somebody else can use it when they come out and go wherever they need to go. You do see there's a little retail shopping here, some more of the high-end stores. And for those of you that have been to Central Park before, how do you think this represents Central Park? Do you think it's pretty close? How do you think Royal Caribbean did when designing the ship to make it replicate Central Park? Let me know in the comments. This is inside the main entrance at the Solarium Bistro. We went here for a complimentary lunch. You can eat many different meals here. A lot of people don't know about it. It's at the front of the ship, up on deck, well, not 14, 15 maybe. Good place to go. As I said, many people don't know about it. And it's not really always packed. You can usually come right in and sit down. And this is a Mediterranean-inspired food. And they got the washi-washi here in front. If you've been on Royal Caribbean, you know what I mean. This is coming out of the one side of the Windjammer, the buffet here on Symphony of the Seas. These neat TVs here with chef. He's always out here drawing something on it and then wipes it down and just continues on his way and draws something else all day, all night. And they didn't work very well on the level that we were on here, but behind us you're going to see we're going to go down the stairs, and these are musical stairs. So listen closely. Yeah, like I said, they didn't work too well, but it's either the deck above or below had one row that every one of them worked. And it was fun to watch a kid just run up and down. And here it is, guys. I mentioned earlier, I would take you out onto the pool deck at night to show you it is just a completely different vibe out here. This is late at night. Not too late, but maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30. Not many people are out here. It gets a little windy here when you're moving at night, but it is really cool just to sit out here with all these LED lights and just look over the pool deck area. Makes the ship look really neat if you're passing it at night too. And you see this bar here is open a little bit later than most out here on the pool decks. You got more of the blue vibe here in the main pool area. And here's another specialty restaurant, Izumi Hibachi and Sushi. I apologize for my lens. It looked like it was maybe had a little smudgy stuff on it, but we'll take a look in here inside. You can see there's a couple of bocce tables, and on the other side is for sushi. Some tables and a sushi bar up there. And here I just wanted to go down the elevator to see some stuff that we didn't see before. We're going to see Wonderland on deck 12, another specialty restaurant. You can see out all over Central Park through this elevator shaft. There's a card room one level up. We're going to have Dazzles down here. It's another little nightclub lounge area. And then we see the Boardwalk on deck 6. The Royal Promenade over there that we've come through a couple times now on deck 5. And we might as well take this elevator down to 4 and see that's where the casino is. We could go one more down. It's basically just the gangway and stuff down there, some staterooms. But this is going to be the forward elevators. We're going to take this up, see the Royal Theater, the Royal Promenade,